how do you see the security situation in Bangladesh? 5 of our states border Bangladesh. How is this going to impact on how we look at it? Are we ready for just in case an influx that could happen? Our borders are, you can't really seal the borders, as you're aware also. So what is going to happen in those 5 states? Are they on alert there?
It's a very good question, ma'am. Again, most of our people in our country don't know that this is the 5th longest land border anywhere in the world. 4,100 almost kilometers is the border that we share with them. Much of it, almost 50%, more than 50%, almost 60% of that is with West Bengal though.
1,800
No,
or
it's
something?
2,000
right?
something.
Okay,
2,200 is with West Bengal.
Okay.
But the other parts, yes, there is a constant fear that people may come from there. Of course, there have been incidents where the Hindus have been targeted. The present government there has been making reconciliatory statements, which I think is good. And I don't foresee a case where there will be so many refugees running and coming here, unless they are that specifically targeted. I think the government is doing a fairly good job. So is the Bangladesh army there. I think they're doing a good job.
Okay.
They would be able to erase the violence. Surely I don't see the numbers like what we're having in Mizoram coming from Myanmar. Not that kind.
What is happening in Mizoram? What do you
You would be aware close to 40,000 refugees have come from Myanmar into Mizoram. From the time this the dispensation there is changed and the increased fighting that is happening opposite Mizoram. So they're all as refugees in the state.
How severe is the threat for the other countries in that region? Is Myanmar looking at it? How are the others? Is Bhutan looking at it? What are they all thinking about it? What do you think? That they fearful? Say, because there's talk of American involvement in this. Are they fearful of Chinese involvement in this entire crisis, which is happening in Bangladesh?
There are many narrations as to who all are involved. That time will tell who actually was involved. But I don't think there is so much concern of refugees, because that is where you started the question.
Yeah.
In terms of refugees coming into India, I don't see that happening. Yes, there may be violence levels that may go up, but surely should not be of that much concern to us. And Bangladesh border in any case is better. It is better fenced. It is better guarded. There are more number of troops on the Bangladesh border than there on the Myanmar border. So I don't think it's a crisis that we should be facing.
But sir, we have seen in recent times, like when Sheikh Hasina had to run, there were a lot of attacks happening on her party members. Then we heard a lot of, we've seen a lot of news reports about Hindu temples being attacked. But is that centralized near the capital of Bangladesh, or we are seeing that kind of violence against party and party members of Sheikh Hasina and Hindus in the border areas also?
There are two things in this. One is the radical elements. There are these two major radical groups there, Jamaat-e-Islami, JEI, and JMB. Now, these have been traditionally anti-Indian. So they kind of galvanized the situation. They encashed on the situation when the students and the youth raised their voices. They took this as a sucker to target, it's my reading, the temples and some of the Hindu businessmen. So that has happened. But fortunately, like I said earlier also, my feeling is and my observation is that the security forces there are trying to restore calm, which is a good thing. And radicalism in Bangladesh is an area of concern. You were aware of that Holy Artisan Bakery attack which happened in Dhaka in 2016.
Yeah.
So something like that could always be on the cards. And then there is a certain political party which has been playing ball with them. So
The
that
BNP.
yes, that will be an area of concern for us.
And
But I think we have to be engaging all these stakeholders that are there now. That should be the way forward.
Click here to watch the full episode.